Hey, good evening. Dan Fitzpatrick, stockmarketmentor.com, and I want to talk about Peloton today. Okay, the company reported earnings yesterday, and the stock really popped, and then it actually held through this through last night's close, aftermarket session, and then even this morning. And so the stock was really strong in the pre-market and the post-market last night, pre-market today. And then once the stock opened up, it actually did, it traded higher for a second, and then it fell back down. But it didn't fall far. You could say it's like a gap in crap, and it did retrace, a fair amount. It fell 10% from the high, but then it ultimately gathered steam. So what's to make of this? Well, I'll tell you something. I want to look at just the chart, as far as what the company does and all that. I go into more detail in the strategy session tonight, and I posted about it in the forum today. I think it's a mistake to just be looking at the Peloton, this Peloton company, as one that makes those cheesy, racing bikes with a commercial on it, or with a commercial about it that people talk about. It's just look, for me, it's kind of stupid, but that's why I'm not in marketing, I guess, because they're selling a hell of a lot of bikes. But I think there's a lot more to it than to the company than just that. I'm not bullish. I'm not bearish. I don't think the company's awesome. I don't think it sucks. I just don't know. I truly don't know. But this is one thing that I do know. The short interest on this stock is huge. 40% of the float is short. And, that makes sense. If I was an institutional money manager, I wouldn't have touched this stock, at all. I wouldn't have ever thought about it. But I also wouldn't have been ever owning Tesla stock. And look what would have happened to me. I'd been absolutely crushed. And why? Just because, Tesla doesn't. There's a lot of issues that I have with the company, and not so much with the stock now, but with the company, and that would color my view as an institutional money manager, as somebody who's running a lot of stock. So I'm not that guy, but there are plenty of other people out there who are that guy. And so this is what I'm talking about. There are people out there that are looking at Tesla, and they swear that it's going to be a $7 stock. I'm agnostic. I don't know. But there are people out there, and they're betting against it, and they're getting their faces ripped off. You can say the same thing about Peloton. I would never buy this stock. It just doesn't work for me. However, at some point, as a money manager, it might. Look at this. It's an IPO, and it's on a clean breakout. I don't know what the relative strength is on this. Actually, I do now. It's at 98. So this stock is monstrously strong. It's really, really strong relative to other stocks in the market. So, I might buy this as an institutional guy. But the main thing that I want to point out to you is the very, very high number of shares that are short. So what's the trade? Number one, I wouldn't be bearish on this stock. There's too much buying going on. Number two, I wouldn't be buying this stock because it's been up here and now it's down here. That's as simple as that. But number three, I would be buying the stock if it runs above 45.70. If this runs above 45.70, that means that literally every single short seller is losing money on every single share of stock that they own. And at the same time, or that they're short, and at the same time, every owner is making money on every single share of stock that they own. And this is just the kind of stock that really sparks the attention of the fast acting, hyperactive traders who are looking for the thing that moves the most on any given day. So 45.71 is your entry on this stock. Give it about a 5% room to move, and that's your trade. And by the way, 45.71 doesn't mean really 45. It means wait for 45.71. Wait for it to hit a new high. And it probably will. Anyway, that's it. Okay, members, strategy session. Our growth stocks are doing great. If you're not a member, by the way, we have a growth stock list that specifies entries, stops, exits, the whole bit. These are complete trades, so I'm not just pointing to stuff saying, golly gee, that looks good, buy it. So I guarantee you I will help you be a better trader. You just have to be a member.